Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Hollow Knight All Skills Tournament 2021. Today, I have Gage co-comming with me.
Hello.
And the race today is Nerf versus Sabi. Nerf has a PB of 52.15, and Sabi has a PB of 56.13, as far as I could find. So should be a pretty solid race. There's only a few minutes between the two of them, and anything can happen in a race.
Yeah.
Gage is going to get our runners counted in as soon as they're ready. And then we'll be on our way.
All right, let's make sure they're ready. And this is the 2-2 bracket as well, so both racers have that consistency behind them as well. It should be very good.
Yeah, so whoever wins this is going to be 3-2, potentially with a chance to move into top 16. Just depends on how their points match up at the end of this round.
I hear that humming, and I'm very scared for Please, Nerf.
Milo's got iframes. You love to see it.
Sabi hasn't said he's ready yet, so we're just waiting on him to.
All right.
To ready up here. Oh, there he goes. Okay.
All right. Gage is going to get him counted in. For anyone unfamiliar with the route, it is all skills, so we have to pick up all the skills, which is all of our movement abilities, including Ismas and Shade Cloak, all of our spells and spell upgrades, and then all of our nail arts, which there are 3 of those. And then, since it is a full game run, we do have to kill the Hollow Knight at the end. This run usually takes, give or take, an hour. Give or take a few minutes.
And they are running on an older patch, so we will get to see a few skips that aren't intended in current patch anymore. So
yeah, that's a good way to put it. Patched out. This is the quote unquote fast patch.
It is. It's so much more fun. I'm sorry, but
it is.
I've tried current patch. It's rough. Props to those that do run it.
All right, so we're just waiting on our stream delay here.
Yeah.
We'll have them off in just a moment.
And there's Sabi going. And Nerf. Okay, so we're off. So we're going to see them going through King's Pass here. Basically tutorial section. You won't see a lot of action. They will be doing one minor pogo off of this Vengefly just to get up. Oh, and Nerf on that note does miss the Vengefly pogo, so this is a few
little
seconds.
Bit behind.
Yeah.
Nothing major, nothing that can't be made up.
No. And as we've seen in this race, little things like that don't usually make a difference. It's just when they start to snowball and compound that it can make a big difference later on in the race.
Yeah. Yeah, when you start to build up those tiny little optimizations that one runner has and the other runner doesn't, that's when you start to run into those bigger gaps.
Yeah, exactly. So 55 and a 54 for exiting King's Pass. Not bad.
Not bad at all. You'll see the runners jumping through this slow zone in Dirtmouth. The further you are from the ground, the faster you go up to your regular walking speed. If you're walking along the ground, you are very much slowed down. So this full jumping is the most optimal way to get through this section.
Mm-hmm. And now we'll be coming to the first RNG section of the run, the Balder Drop. Depending, they can get hit no times, one time, or several times.
Nerf went for middle drop, got hit once.
Yeah, I don't see middle drop very often when racing, except on the way to Umu.
Yeah.
So that's an interesting little change there. Both runners here will be going for a double spike kill. Nerf does miss it.
Wasabi gets it nicely, though.
Yeah. So it's little things like that that can add up. But this early in the run, I wouldn't expect it to make that much of a difference. And this is just basically them walking their way to the first boss fight. They don't actually really fight the first boss, but it's very movement heavy at this point. You're just walking as fast as you can. Don't have any movement at all yet.
Nerf gets the statue pogo. Wasabi gets hit first and then gets it. So 3 health is still perfectly safe here.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing to be overly concerned about.
Oh, Nerf got his jump eaten by the Jennifer. So when the Jennifer hits that ceiling, it can stop the jump input. So his jump did get eaten at that point. So both will be going into this fight on 3 HP. And like we were saying before, this is barely a boss fight. They'll be doing first phase, getting to first stagger, and then taking a dev-intended shortcut out of the arena.
Nerf got a little bit better RNG in the fight, but overall, they're still pretty evenly matched.
Yeah.
Just a couple seconds difference.
We'll be able to see what the difference is when they pick up their first skill, which will be Vengeful Spirits.
That Vengeful Spirit, as we call it, VS, is our first spell. And that spell is going to be required to get past the boulder that they're going to run into here, and then also the boulder on their way to Green Path. So this little area that's coming up next is kind of the game's way of teaching you how to use spells.
Another tutorial section, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so 346, 349 for Sabi, so 3 seconds apart. Nothing insurmountable, very, very close still. What we'll be seeing here with the Balder, this first Balder is RNG heavy as well. There's a 50-50 chance that he'll spit either one of the little Balders or spit sludge. So we'll see how well they deal with that, how well the Balder likes them today, I guess.
And every non-Balder spit that you get loses roughly a second. Ooh, Wasabi taking a fall.
Okay, Nerf getting 3rd spit, that's not terrible.
Wasabi with 1st spit, which will make up a little bit at least for his fall that he took there.
I would not be surprised if he takes the bench to get that damage. Yeah.
Yeah, in a race, it's certainly a safe call.
So besides being a Balder killer, this fireball does allow the players to skip large sections of the next area that they will be going into. There are 3 major fireball skips that they will be attempting in Green Path. The first immediately after the next Balder. Fortunately, they don't have to worry about spits with this Balder. There is a Balder quick kill. And Nerf gets that first fireball skip very handily.
Wasabi with the quick kill as well. Definitely takes out a lot of frustration of the Balders. There's a lot of RNG in the Balders. It can be very frustrating.
Oh, Sabi missing it. He's a little low, I think. He dropped a little before he shot his fireball.
Yeah, that first fireball skip's a little different than the other 2. Your goal is to reset your fall speed rather than to get that backwards momentum. Mm-hmm. So the timing's a little different, and especially in a race, it's very easy to use your fireball a little bit too early, especially if you got some race nerves going on.
Yeah. So basically these next few rooms for Sabi will be Soul Collection. Nerf getting that second fireball skip very nicely as well. you want at least 2 fireballs going into that room in order to get the pushback from casting those fireballs in order to get that ledge.
Yeah, all
And
three of these
fabulous.
fireballs. Yeah, very nice. All three of these fireball skips can be done in one fireball, but they're extremely tight. So
Yeah.
using 2 is way more comfy.
Nerf heading up to the Moss Knight arena. There is also a quick kill for the Moss Knight, which would benefit him later on. He wouldn't need to do as much soul collection in the following rooms in order to get the Geo Rocks.
Yeah, he went for it, but he missed it, unfortunately.
Yeah. Yeah, so Nerf will be collecting as much soul as he can. Do you know how much soul is needed for?
You're gonna want a
Moss Knight
minimum of 8 hits going into these double Moss Knights.
Okay.
9 to be safe. Nerf has 8 right now, so he should be fine.
Oh, Sabi missing. Sabi having some issues with his Moss Knight there. Taking a couple hits of damage as well, it looks like. So he'll be down some HP as well as needing to collect some more soul as well.
Yeah, it looks like he did actually get some soul off of that Moss Knight. So it puts him at a little bit of an advantage in this room, but he does only have 3 HP, where Nerf is full health going into Hornet. You can, if you get bad RNG, you can get beat up a little bit at these Moss Knights.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to play it a little bit careful. He gets good RNG, though.
Yeah.
That's good.
Nerf, meanwhile, beating up his sibling here. This is the first real boss fight that you will encounter on this route. Not a terribly difficult one. Doing it fast can be a little harder, though. But 3 HP should be comfy for Sabi to do this as well.
Fine.
Yeah. So Nerf picking up his Mothwing Cloak, that is our first movement. Our first real movement, besides the spells. And then he'll be going down to pick up the next one, which will be Claw, which will open most of the map for him as well. Sabi having a clean Hornet fight, picking up his Mothwing Cloak. About 35 seconds behind, it looks like, I think. Yeah.
Which is a sizable lead, but in this next split, anything can happen. We're going to have a couple tricks. The first one's going to be an E-Pogo, where we pogo the Sporg's little explosive ball. And then the other one is the Mantis Pogo. And although runners are probably practiced in both of these in a race, if you miss either one of those, there's no resetting. So you just got to deal with it. Once you miss it once, it's often hard to get it the second or third time just because you get in your head about it as far as the E-Pogo goes. And then for the Mantis Pogo, if the Mantises move out of position, you can really get in some trouble there.
I know Sabi goes for the classic E-Pogo. I don't remember if Nerf does a variant or not.
I don't remember either, but we'll see here very shortly.
Yeah, there's a few ways to do this E-Pogo. There's some damage tanking that you can do if you feel more comfortable doing it that way. I believe it's a little faster than the classic version as well. But you would be taking 2 damage because that explosion does do 2 damage every hit.
Yeah, and then the problem is that if you have to redo it, that leaves you open to another 2 damage, and then you start to run out of tries. But yeah, Nerf gets the classic one, nails it cleanly. First try.
Nice having to do 3 pogos, but yeah, very nice.
Yeah, that extra pogo for safety. Some people would do that extra pogo automatically. He looked like he did actually needed to get up there, though.
Yeah, he was a little low, so that was fine.
Also clean from Wasabi.
Wasabi collecting a little soul on his way down. He did take a hard fall there. A little bit of a time loss, not much, but... Wasabi also having to do the 3 pogo in order to get up, which is fine.
Yeah, identical E-pogos and Mantis pogos.
Yeah. So as Wasabi picks up his Mantis Claw, Nerf is going to be going over to the next boss, which is Gruz. Gruz Mother. Basically beat her up before she's even able to attack. As long as you don't take any contact damage, easy fights. How much soul do you want going into this fight, calling offhand?
You want 6 hits coming in. So you get those from... There's 2 Vengeflies that you pogo on the way over. And then there's the little Aspid that you get. And then the Aspid in the Aspid Arena. And then you hit Jennifer twice. If you miss any of those hits, you can kill Jennifer for that 3rd hit.
Or Jennifer.
But yeah, the quick kill is basically... Oh, very close. Some of them got away from him.
Yeah.
But the quick kill is nail fireball, nail fireball, nail fireball, and then 6 nail hits.
Okay.
It should leave you with 2 fireballs for cleanup.
Wasabi does have to kill Jennifer in order to get his soul up. Yeah. Let's see how his cleanup is. In the meantime, we're going to see Nerf taking an intentional death here in order to set up for his Shade Skip as well. Oh, you don't think he had to? Chad informed us he didn't have to, he just wanted to.
Sometimes the instinct to kill is strong.
Yeah, Wasabi had a fairly good cleanup. He did have one that flew up into the ceiling, so it missed his fireball, but...
Recovered nicely.
Yeah. Nerf getting his Shade Skip very easily. This gives us access to the right side of City, which we wouldn't have access to otherwise until much later in the game. And we're seeing Nerf doing his quote-unquote wave dashes at the moment. Oh, getting that hidden totem very nicely as well.
Yeah, that's a totem that a lot of people that are new to the game don't know about, but there is a totem there behind a breakable wall. And we can hit it through the floor and get a hit of soul. And then ideally we'll get some hits of soul off of that flying sentry.
Yeah. Wasabi getting his shade skip very nicely as well. So he'll be heading into the right side of City as well very quickly here.
What you're seeing Nerf do here is kill these enemies in this room to get Geo. We have a pinch point on Geo at / where we need 800 Geo. So we're just trying to farm up that much Geo before we get there.
Yeah, is it Mato or is it Mato in the edge? Whoever it is, he's expensive. He's expensive. None of the others cost money, and I'm very offended that I have to spend 800 on it. Okay, so Wasabi doing a good job of staying close to Nerf here. There's only been an added second in Blue Lake, so that's pretty good.
Okay, Nerf is looking very healthy on Geo right now. He should be totally fine. You get 420 from Gorgeous Husk, and that should put him at around 730-ish. If he gets it all. Oh, I don't know if he got it all.
I don't think he did.
He went in the hallway, but I didn't see if he actually picked up the Geo there.
Wasabi got good placement for that line in just above King's Station. Sometimes they'll stick to the window and can get a little hairy trying to figure out where you're going to sit without getting hit. But there is a bench right away as well, so it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, and Wasabi's looking really healthy on Geo too.
Yeah.
We're aiming for about 270 going into this room, so he's got more than enough.
So Nerf will be heading to the aforementioned //. He will be taking care of probably a couple rows of hoppers in order to get the 800 geo that is needed to pick up that skill.
Yeah, he's definitely going to need both rows. He won't have to have perfect cleanup, though,
No.
which makes it a little bit easier to deal with.
Yeah, and he has good cleanup here, it looks like, as well.
Yeah.
Taking one hit, but nothing major.
Yeah, everything over 800 is going to carry over for our King Station. So with well over 800, he's going to have a nice head start coming out of Sanctum.
Yeah, so we won't have to do as much geo gathering on his way out, which is good. I've seen a couple have to take a bit of a divergence in order to get the rest of the 300 that they need for King Station. I think they are only 1 geo apart entering Kingdom's Edge.
Yeah, I think so.
So I'll be having a few issues with his hoppers, taking a couple of hits of damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's to the point where I'm a little concerned.
Yeah, with those big hoppers.
If that Aspid crawls up on him anymore. All right. He should be safe here.
The good thing is these hoppers don't do 2 damage. I'd be a lot more concerned if they did, but...
Yeah, and they're pretty easy to avoid if you have good movement.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, he's safe.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Nerf is moving on to get our next spell, which is an upgrade of the spell we already have, and that's Shade Soul. On this patch, there is a skip that we use this // to get it early. So we'll use this / as kind of like a lockpick.
Yeah. There is also a lever skip here that does not require // I don't know if it's patched out on current patch or not. Is that? Do you know if that one is?
Yeah, it is. It is patched out on current patch. All the lever skips are, unfortunately.
Okay. I thought there was 1 or 2 that hadn't been, but
yeah. The exception is if you play with a quality life mod, like if you're playing Rando or something, it adds those back in for us. But on vanilla, they're patched out.
Nerf getting that wall cling storage. Love to see it. Now we'll be heading into Sanctum. Sanctum is a dangerous place. This is a place that a lot of runs go to die. Those soul twisters can teleport and can take a lot of contact damage as well as getting fireball to the face very quickly.
A little bit of trouble getting up there.
Yeah. But what Nerf will be doing, will be using that lockpick that Molly was talking about earlier to get a new spell or an upgraded spell that normally we wouldn't have access to. We would have to go through peaks to get a shop key for Sly and then spend another 800 geo. With this lockpick, we can completely route that out and don't have to account for the extra geo.
Having this extra damage early makes Sanctum a lot easier. Between having the // to open the doors and the Shade Soul to take care of enemies, it makes Sanctum a lot safer than it generally is on current patch.
Ooh, Sabi on 1 HP, not even getting into Soul Sanctum. That's a little scary. Yeah, he does take a heal there. I would like it if he had more of a heal, but...
2 is still not a lot of HP in Sanctum.
Yeah.
But he can't use all of his soul because he does have to kill this guy here. Yeah, good.
Yeah,
I like to see that heal. Meanwhile, if Nerf did the quick kill on this other soul warrior, the one that we do have to fight, we fight him mostly for his geo. He does drop 200 geo. So setting us up nicely for King Station, which needs 300 geo.
Nerf kind of getting walled by that soul twister and does end up just killing him.
Yeah.
Get him out of the way, that's fair.
Good choice.
What I would expect, yeah, he's going to set up for the Soul Master quick kill. So what you can do, because we have Shade Soul, is we avoid these soul jars and do 2 fireballs when Soul Master spawns. It will hit those soul jars and give us extra soul, and it's basically a free fight after that, usually.
We'll see if Nerf can nail this. The dives is what you don't want to see in this fight.
Yeah. I don't think he got a double off of one of the shade wolves either,
Oh, that
but
was
he
a
does
nice,
make a quick work.
That's a pretty quick kill, yeah.
Yeah. Wasabi missing one of his fireballs with the Norman fight. Does make quick work of it still, though. He's just going to go into this room with no extra soul. And with that soul twister teleporting around, it can be a little scary. Okay, the soul twister's being fairly nice, so I mean...
That's very nice RNG. I would take that for sure. Alright. Nerf is about to pick up dive, which is going to be the way that we get into Crystal Peak here in just a moment. Meanwhile, Miss Wasabi is heading into the start of his Soulmaster fight. So Rixian telling us in chat that they're 1 minute and 6 seconds apart.
Okay, so he did lose a bit.
Yeah, he did lose some time, and that was at Shade Soul. This is a place where you can gain or lose time. Nerf didn't leave much time to be gained for Wasabi, but we'll see if Wasabi can at least keep up with the pace.
Yeah, I think the room before Hell Room, he had a little less or worse RNG than Sabi did. So that is the opportunity to make up a bit of time. Sabi getting a very clean first phase from Soulmaster.
Looks like a pretty similar speed as Nerf had.
Mm-hmm.
They each had 1 dive, so similar RNG too.
So Nerf making his way out of Soul Sanctum as Sabi is finishing off Soulmaster. This is the point where they are going to want the 300 Geo to pick up King Station or open up King Station. So he doesn't have a lot of Geo to make up, but probably just diving through the floor would be enough, and maybe picking up that husk at the bottom of this room.
Yeah.
Or not this room, the next room. Next room? Room after next.
Yeah, 275 is that borderline point where you can fireball the husks in this room that Nerf is coming up to, or you can skip them and just get them all at when you dive the floor.
Yeah. He does choose to fireball. That big husk sitting on a lot of the Geo, though, unfortunately.
Yeah. He's got plenty of Geo now.
Yeah, he's fine.
Rixian telling us Sabi only lost 1 second.
Yeah.
Going through Sanctum, so that's really good. Definitely keeping pace.
So Nerf taking that bench in Spire. This will be the last bench for a fairly big chunk of this race. He will be heading into Crystal Peak now. This could be a bad place to take a death as well. There's a few bad places to take deaths. One being Soul Sanctum, another being Crystal Peak, just because it takes so long to get back.
Yeah, depending on where you die in Peak, it can lose you a couple of minutes, 2 or 3 minutes. The worst place to die is right before Crystal Heart.
Yeah.
I'd say that's one of the more common places to die is on your way to Crystal Heart, and then also going through Crystallized Mound is a pretty common place to die.
Yeah, that dark room has been mean.
Yeah, the dark room, and then it's easy to get wombo comboed in the room right before picking up D-Dark as well.
Sabi on 1 HP again. Sabi.
He should be safe now.
Yeah. Because he will be taking this bench.
Yeah, he's got it.
He's good.
To add to the danger in these next set of splits is there is at least, at a minimum, 1 intentional damage tank. And depending on what strats you use, there can be multiple intentional damage tanks going through these rooms.
Yeah.
So that plus any unintentional damage you take can definitely add up and deplete your health very quickly.
Yeah, and it is easy. Crystal Peak is very cycle-based. It is easy to get off cycle and then take damage before you're able to reorient yourself. Oh, Sabi getting the impossible jump. Very nice.
Oh, you love to see it.
Say hi, Mila. Bye, Mila. Hopefully we won't see you again. At least on Nerf's side. I don't want Nerf to go over there. Wasabi making his way over as well. I believe Nerf took the hard fall coming down the well as well, so...
Wasabi actually gaining 2 seconds. We get going up to King Station. A little bit cleaner movement.
Yeah, even with the damage, he was able to pick up that time. Nerf not going for Pogax. Respectable.
Goes
Nerf
for God
going-
Pixel mixes it, misses it.
Yeah. Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah, and now he's going to be off cycle. This is what we were speaking about.
Yeah, it's so easy. The minute you get off cycle, you can just take so much damage so quickly.
Yeah. Opting to get that soul off of the Glim back in order to heal, that's fair as well.
Definitely understandable. We have already seen Crystal Peak deaths today, so let's not see any more of them.
Yeah, please don't. Oh, I think Nerf was going to set up for the dash slash storage. Did miss it, though. Sloppy also not going for Pogax. He might be able to make up... Oh,
no.
He jumped in the hole.
Ooh.
Oh, no.
That's going to lose him a little bit of time, unfortunately.
I was just going to say that he can make up some time if he doesn't take as much damage, but... It does not count as a calm curse, because I didn't get to say it. Alright, so Nerf picking up Crystal Hearts. Basically a super dash. It allows you to go through flat areas very, very quickly, as we're seeing right now.
Yeah, rough equivalence for C-dash versus dashing is that C-dash is faster than doing 4 regular dashes, or if there's a transition, it's about 2 regular dashes to make up the time difference that it takes to charge that C-dash. So definitely a speedy way to get through a lot of rooms.
Nerf getting past the stomp is very easily.
Nice, very
nice.
clean.
It does save the grub. You'll love to see it.
Of course.
Wasabi making his way over to Crystal Heart as well. He will be doing the air stall with the dash slash.
Ooh.
Oh, he misses it!
Nice save, Nerf.
It looks like... Yeah, he's going for safe strats.
Yeah, he had it charged and ready to go, and then decided, no, we're not going to do this again. Understandable on 2 HP.
I think, is he... No, he's not off cycle. He's okay.
No. Yeah,
he was
did go for
close.
damage. Yeah, he did cut a little close, but he's alright.
Ooh.
That's where the wombo combo can come in. Alright.
Yeah, especially if that Aspid, or not that Aspid, that Crystal Hunter.
There we go, he's safe. So this is our other damage tank, our intentional one. In a charge and nail art, dash slash in particular, it's going to save that animation, throw us into the spikes, which will hit us out of this other animation, and we're free to move while this D-Dark cutscene plays.
Mm-hmm. And you'll see a few of those through the run. Here, there's one in Isma's as well. I forget where else there's one. There's one more, is there not? Or am I Oh, Sabi getting stopped.
Oh, Sabi. Yeah, there's... Ooh.
I would prefer he be on 3 health rather than 2, but...
Yeah, 2 is a minimum, but like we said,
you
get wombo comboed. Okay, good choice. Because you can get soul off of these guys here.
Yeah. And depending on what strat you use for the dark room, he is going to go for a dash. But some people will fireball from that first platform and then cling to the wall and just C-dash across.
Cleaner dark room from Wasabi.
Yeah.
Nerf did miss a couple jumps and just barely saved it.
Now we can see if Nerf is going to do underplat too. Sabi not going for that weird logo.
Nerf goes for underplat and misses it. That's going to cost him around 7 to 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Health-wise, this split is safe, getting our dream nail, but time-wise, you can lose a lot of time if you end up falling in these dream plats.
Yeah. Sabi will be making his way to the aforementioned dream nail split as well. So if he either does hit the underplat or doesn't even go for it, he has the opportunity to make up that 7 seconds as well that Nerf lost from missing the underplat.
Meanwhile, Nerf heading into Watcher Knights, which is a pretty safe fight in this route because we do have D-Dark. We have Shade Soul as a backup if we need it. But when you're going fast, you can tank a lot more damage than you should be tanking. So it's not impossible to die here.
We have seen a few deaths during the tourney for it, so...
I don't expect a death here, but we'll see.
What you want to see with Watcher Knights is for them not to roll away, for them to stay together as they spawn, so that they get all the hits of that D-Dark that we just saw. Depending. It could... Yeah, Nerf getting the one rolling away right away, so unfortunately...
Yeah, not the best RNG. Did make up for it with that Shade Soul, though.
Very nice Shade Soul there as well. They're a little far apart. He's not gonna... There you go. That's a bit better.
There we are. Yeah, that one dive definitely wasn't a full dive on either Watcher Knight, but
no,
gets through nicely. And in a moment here, it will be Wasabi's turn.
Yeah, and Sabi did save about 6 seconds on that Dream Nail.
Very nice.
So basically what was lost with Nerf falling.
Nerf is going to pick up our first streamer, and then after that on his exit, he's going to get the Geo chest at Watcher Knights, which is 655 Geo, and it will be enough Geo to carry our runners through the rest of the run, so there's no concern about Geo after this point.
Yeah, the rest of the collection is basically incidental, what you pick up as you're making your way through the rest of the run. Sabi dash slashing the chandelier.
Nice.
Does save a second, I believe, as opposed to not. We'll see how... Sorry, go ahead.
It's these little time saves that will make a difference on trying to catch up to Nerf.
Taking that damage when he was rolling away.
Yeah, not great RNG to start with.
No.
Let's see if these other sets are nicer.
Okay, that was nicer. They're staying together. He is taking intentional damage tanks there.
Ooh, that was rude.
He jumps right or bounces right over the Shade Soul as he casts it. Ooh. I mean, damage tanking is a thing, but it's a little much.
Yeah, he should be okay. That wasn't it. I thought that was it.
No. There he goes. Yeah, Watcher Knight's being even less nice to Sabi. So I don't imagine that there would be much time save, if any, on that one, but...
Yeah, I think, unfortunately, he'll probably be losing time in this split.
Yeah.
Nerf heading into what's often the biggest roadblock to new runners in this category, and that is the set of Isma skips. There's a Spike Tunnel and 2 Acid skips. Nerf does do the dash slash version for Spike Tunnel. Ooh, not first try, unfortunately. This
You
one's
know,
a little different.
before you started doing this, I'd never seen this strat before.
It's for myself and for Nerf, it's an easier strat. It's a little more lenient on inputs, but most people find the pogo dash to be easier.
Mhm.
But basically, the dash slash gives you a little bit of an extended dash. So we use that to get through the spike tunnel rather than having to pogo and dash.
Makes sense. Nerf does do the fireball before he does the first acid skip there. And we'll be setting up for early control if the horn cooperates.
Oh
Does look
yeah,
like it's going to, so.
nice. Yeah, and he did miss that first acid or the second acid skip one time, but overall pretty clean. Second try spike tunnel and second try on the last acid skip.
Collecting a little bit of soul. Hopefully, the 3, normally I would say 3 HP going into Broken Bridge is fine, but we have seen in this tournament it is not fine, so I kind of would like him to heal a little bit, but no, he's going for it.
Yeah, 3 should be fine. Ooh, I'm not gonna say anything until he's through.
Okay, it was your turn to calm curse. It was
Right. I do like seeing him take that heal there because there is
Yeah.
an inventory drop over spikes. And it's easy to accidentally dash somewhere where you shouldn't and not have your dash when you think you have your dash.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's safe. And we do have a bench here to heal, so he'll be totally fine. Let's see how Wasabi's Isma's skips go.
He
Typical
does go
pogo
for
dash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Going a little early.
Yeah, he's having a. There he
There we
goes.
go. Third try, we're still alive.
Nerf does stop before the face smack into the spikes. Team Cherry has done a few of those. Where there and as well just before Great Slash, I believe.
Yeah.
Great Slash.
Yeah.
Where you can, if you don't stop your C dash early enough, you will smack your face into either thorns or spikes.
Nice. Damageless through these Maulurks so far.
Sabi having
Very
some issues with that last acid skip.
Ooh,
On
1 HP is scary here. Oh boy. He was not confident about that one.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
Wasabi. Oh.
That is a bad place for the shade to spawn too. You're gonna have to contend with that
Yeah.
as you're doing your acid skip as well. And your shade can be quite nasty. It can
Yeah.
knock you back into the acid or into a horn. So
Yeah, the safest thing to do there would be to, when you get to that point, first of all, you have to make it through the spike tunnel and the first acid skip and not die again, or you'll lose all that geo we just collected. But the safest thing to do would be when you get to the start of that last acid skip is to jump and fireball your shade through the wall. That way you have your shade. And if you do miss that third acid skip again, that second acid skip, you will still have your shade and you'll be okay.
yeah. Meanwhile, Nerf doing his broken vessel fight, we didn't even comment on. Looks like he did very well. Sabi choosing to go back to that bench. Yeah.
Yeah, understandable. It's one of those things where when you mess up your Isma skips the first time, you can really get in your head about it. So taking this bench, just in case you fail it again, even if you don't need that bench, it just kind of puts your mind at ease.
Yeah. Because coming back all the way from Larian Spire is,
gathering soul, but getting hit in the process.
Yeah. I mean, I guess there's a safer bet than the flying husks that are in this next room to gather soul from. But
yeah. Yeah, if I gather soul, I gather them from that row of husks for sure. Ooh, Wasabi.
There we go. Meanwhile, Nerf is making his way to Hornet 2. We have seen quite a few deaths in this tournament to Hornet 2. There's a couple safety benches that runners can take. One is King Station, which doesn't lose as much time, I believe, as taking the
There we go. Good
cat
job,
bench.
Sabi. Sabi's got his shade back, so he's...
Oh, he's back
Oh,
on 1 HP.
please.
Come on, Sabi. You got this. Yeah, he's
Okay,
got
as
this.
long as he doesn't... Okay, don't... that worm's gonna get you.
Yeah, he's thinking about it, and he's like, nope, nope,
Good
that's
call.
a bad idea. Okay. Yeah, he's that worm
That
has
worm
gotten
is
for him.
okay. Okay. Now we're okay. Everything's fine now.
I want to ask him when he comes to interviews if that was muscle memory or what.
I suspect it was. Nice save, though. Ooh, he thought about that other worm, but on 1 HP, I wouldn't. I really wouldn't.
No, especially with Bridge coming up.
I would have liked to see him heal a little bit before now.
I would have liked him to go up to the blood sack, honestly, and get a bit more, but...
He's got enough to heal. He just needs to actually do it. Oh, he's not.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, here he goes. Okay.
Okay. Meanwhile, Nerf is going into Hornet too. We were talking about the bench options. There is a bench at Hidden Station, which will lose you the least amount of time if you live. It'll lose you a lot of time if you die. And then, like, your middle option would be King Station, and then your option that loses you the most time if you live, but saves you the most time if you die, would be Camp Bench.
Yeah.
Or you can just not bench.
I honestly did not see if Nerf benched or not, because...
I don't believe he did. But he's had a really good fight so far.
Yeah. Oh.
Very nice
that
fight.
was very nice.
A little jump for joy at the end there. Hornet...
No, go ahead.
Hornet is one of those bosses where you can lose a lot of time even if you don't die, just based on RNG. If she parries a bunch of stuff, the parries can lose you time, because not only does she parry your nail, she parries your Shade Soul and your D-Dark. So it's really hard to get around those.
Yeah. Let's see if Nerf invalidates his run. Meanwhile, Sabi is making his way through the Mauler room. Doing very nicely through it so far. Please don't make me calm curse. Does get hit by that second one in there. But still, I mean, 4 HP at this point is very comfy for the Broken Vessel fight. And you are going to want 2 fireballs. Ooh, 3, okay. Okay. You do want 2 fireballs going into the Broken Vessel fight. You're going to fire just before he screams, and then just after he screams as well. Makes the fight a lot easier. I believe that does trigger him to go into his headbang right away as well, does it not?
Yeah, I believe it does. Yeah. Got that trans dash in the base in the 3rd try, I believe. Basically breaking even.
Yeah. Ooh. Nerf getting hit by that Bellfly. It doesn't really matter. He is going to take a bench at Dirtmouth, but...
Yeah, getting hit there will lose a tiny bit of time, but it's not going to put your health in danger. A lot of people are starting to hit that Bellfly on the way to Hornet. That way it's gone when you come back.
Yeah. As long as you don't die, it's gone. And Sabi, he did take a bit of damage. It wasn't the fastest fight, but he does manage to do it fairly cleanly. So he will be picking up his wings here. Meanwhile, Nerf will be making his way up into Cliffs to pick up our next Nail Art Cyclone. Not as important in this patch as it is to current patch runners, but we might see a few Cyclone drops throughout the run.
Yeah, there still are a lot of nice Cyclone drops in this patch, especially for some of our shorter drops or drops that require lateral movement. It's nice to use the Cyclone. We're finding that a lot of the inventory drops aren't necessarily worth it, and some of the Cyclone drops actually save a little bit of time.
They just look fancy to me, and I love them.
Yeah, they are very fun to do as well. I love the Cyclone drops.
So Sabi making his way over to Hornet 2. I'm wondering if he is going to take a safety bench or if he's going to try and make up some time. He won't really make up time, though. even if he does safety bench and has
Yeah,
a good fight, because
Nerf had a really quick fight, so he'd have to have godlike RNG on Hornet to make up time.
Mhm. Alright, so Nerf has picked up his nail art. He will be making his way to everybody's favorite jellyfish now.
Oh boy.
Oh yay. Do you know which quick kill or one cycle he does for Umu?
I think Nerf uses the regular Shade Soul setup.
Okay. Collie being, I think, the first to actually do the other one in a tournament setting here.
Yeah. And then Tipu did it earlier today as well.
Yeah. So we're going to have possibly, potentially two different bosses on screen now. Sabi, Sabi takes the fall. Yeah.
I didn't see. He either fell or he autopiloted towards dash slash.
Let's see. Nerf not C-dashing in this room. I mean, that's fair. You can get a C-dash glitch in that room with those little jellyfish that knock you out of your C-dash, and you take a damage as well, so that is fair.
Yeah, I personally don't do that C-dash because of that reason.
Yeah.
I feel like I get hit out of it more often than not.
Yeah, and there's a few places that you can get that C-dash glitch. I've seen King's Pass on the way to Cyclone.
Can happen in the Great Slash Split.
Yeah, Squid Arena as well.
Yeah, basically anywhere that you're C-dashing through an enemy, it can happen. Just a little bit of spaghetti code.
Yeah. Oh. Sabi like having a bit of an issue with Hornet's parries here. Yeah, parry.
Being already at Hornet, I don't think he took a bench.
I don't think he did, no. Did Nerf get an extra attack?
Yeah. That's... Ooh.
Oh, and he misses a fireball.
Very close.
Okay, Sabi getting through Hornet cleanly. It wasn't as fast a fight, but he got through it and didn't die. Oh, I don't like that. Is he one fireball away? No.
Missed the one cycle and getting a 3 cycle. Very unfortunate. Hopefully a 3 cycle. 1 HP is... Yeah. 1 HP is so sketchy.
Yeah. He did take the bench at the top, though, so...
Okay, there we go.
So he's fine now. There's no way for him to die. We're all good.
Uh-oh.
Why are we humming? This scares me.
I have a concern.
I do too.
That is the downside of this Shade Soul 1 cycle, is that if you do fail the 1 cycle, depending on how you failed it, it can easily turn into a 3 cycle. The D-Dark 1 cycle has a little bit more leniency as far as your inputs and getting the 2 cycle as opposed to the 3 cycle.
Yeah. Sabi getting hit by that first Bellfly. And then, almost the second one too. Oh.
It's a good thing he did not get hit by that second one, because getting hit by the second one and then that Vengefly would have killed him.
I know I said this was a safe split, but please. Sabi in chat now going, We're getting racers in chat. It's not a good thing.
No Cyclone drop there. Sad.
I know, I was expecting it. I was hoping for it, but... Yeah, so Sabi on his way to pick up his cyclone now. Rick's in chat saying he's probably about 5 minutes behind at this point, so.
Yeah, it's gonna have to take probably multiple deaths from Nerf for Wasabi to catch up at this point.
Yeah, probably last room in Dark Deep Nest, potentially, or a fall in Distant Village.
Yeah, Fall in Distant Village would probably not as harmful as a death, as long as Nerf knows how to climb back out in the dark, which I don't know if he does or not.
I don't know
The
either.
climb out isn't too bad if you know what you're doing. The problem is most runners usually reset instead of climbing out because your ren's dead anyway. So it's not something that a lot of people have practiced. Some people have specifically practiced it though.
I know Sabi does do randos as well, so he probably has a little bit of that knowledge.
Yeah, the rando knowledge really helps in that sort of thing too.
Definitely.
I'm not sure if Nerf does rando or not.
I'm not sure as well, but... Alright, Sabi has picked up his cyclone. He is going to be making his way over to Umu as well now. Maybe we'll see some cyclone drops. Hint, hint, Sabi. Yeah, and I mean, this is the gauntlet that Nerf is going through right now is... It's not too bad, especially with all the skills that he has right now.
Yeah, it's a fairly safe split. You can get wombo comboed, but you shouldn't be dying here.
No.
We have seen runners die here, though.
Yes.
It's basically a very movement-heavy split rather than a dangerous split. Your time loss is going to be from bad movement over anything else.
Yeah, if you get hit by those Durandas? Durandas are the ones that fly, yes?
Durandas are the ones that fly. Durandus are the ones that are walking in the water, yes.
Yeah. So if you get hit by a Duranda and then get whacked into spikes, you can definitely get wombo combo there very easily. So Nerf will be picking up his last base spell now, making his way over to... Is this still considered Fog Canyon, or is it actually in Queen's Gardens?
I believe the arena itself is either Queen's Gardens or Green Path.
Okay.
I think. Don't quote me on that.
It's in Fog. Thank you, Louis. So Sabi is on 3 HP going into the Umu arena. It's a little... He should be okay. He's been practicing his one cycle, I believe, so hopefully he can pull it off. That would save him some time. Not enough, obviously, to catch up to Nerf, but it would still just save a little bit of time. Each cycle's about how much?
About 18 to 20 seconds, depending on different RNG. On the longer end,
if for yours?
Ooh, he's doing it.
He did it. Nice.
We got the D Dark 1 cycle.
Meanwhile, Nerf does have a very clean Squid arena. Gets his last base spell. And now he'll just be making his way through Queen's Gardens and into the Dark Deep Nest area.
Yeah, Nerf had a really nice Squid arena.
Yeah. This is another movement-heavy area as well. It's easy to get hit by these Petras, especially if you're trying to go fast and you just dash right into them. Yeah. Also, chat's saying that probably saved about a minute compared to Nerf's.
Yeah, somewhere in that range.
Yeah. Nerf not going for underplat there. Sabi has been going for it, so when he gets there, I would expect him to do the underplat or at least attempt it. Another swag strat, basically. It saves no time, but it's cool looking.
You gotta go for swag, right?
Yeah. And to answer chat, yes, Nerf did 3-cycle Umu, so that's where that time save was. Okay, so Nerf will be heading over to Dark Deepness. His first 2 rooms aren't too bad. That's the last room that a lot of players seem to have issues with. The thing with the dark rooms is that if you do get hazard respawned, if you fall into spikes or something, it does respawn you at the beginning of the room, and that can be very disorienting. Most players will reset if they do get hazard respawn because enemies will have aggroed already, things of that nature.
Yeah, definitely safer to reset the room.
Yeah.
You did see Nerf take damage to a little spider there. That one doesn't reset you at the beginning. Just
No.
a regular, just the spike dunks is what's going to reset you.
Nerf getting through on 3 HP though. And he has full soul, so he should make short work of the one devout that we have to deal with in this run.
Yeah, 3 HP and full soul is very comfy in this
Yeah.
run for this beast den. We skip most of it. We only have to deal with that one devout. You can deal with it twice, but it still should be very safe.
Yeah. And he didn't move back, so he got all of the splash from the D-Dark, so he didn't have to nail hit or anything as well. So with that, that is the last streamer that Nerf has picked up. So he will be, after this, heading into Abyss to say hi to all his siblings as they try to kill him. Ooh. Meanwhile, Wasabi taking a bit of damage on this, on the Great Slash split here.
The unfortunate thing is that it reset him pretty far back. The hazard respawns are not nice in this section.
No. Yeah. Okay, that was a good save. Wasabi did die, to answer chat. He died on the Isthmus split. He died on the second acid skip. That has put him at a detriment here, but he has put him behind here.
Yeah, pretty big disadvantage, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. So with that, that is the last Geo that we'll be seeing Nerf spend just to buy the Distant Village stats. He will be making his way back to Hidden Station and back down into the Abyss. Meanwhile, Sabi has obtained his last nail art, his Great Slash, so he'll be making his way to pick up his last base spell. I don't know if he has been practicing his Squid Arena. He did have a few issues a couple of races ago, so I'm sure it's been on his radar that it needs to be practiced. Ooh, taking 2 damage right there to the...
That's rough.
The jellyfish.
Nerf going for swag door, you love to see it.
Of course. Swag, you have to go for swag, right?
Every time.
Every time. So Nerf will be coming to his sibling climb. This can be the last really dangerous part of the run besides the THK, which really isn't, but can be. These siblings do 2 damage every time you get hit, so he's on good health, so he could take 3 hits from them, or 2 hits from them and still be fine. It's when you take the damage on the way there that it can become very dangerous.
Yeah, especially if you're not used to taking damage on the way there and you're not expecting to only be on 4 health. You can get hit and think you're safe to get hit again, and then suddenly you're dead.
Yeah. Sabi having a very clean Squid Arena as well.
Very nice.
Does take that heal. I approve of that.
Yeah.
Because with this spell, it does replenish all of your soul. So you might as well use it up anyways. Very nice cycle in there. Nerf did get that early control. You heard the Dream Nail go off. Wasabi just making his way through Queen's Gardens on his way to Dark Deep Nest as well.
And Nerf is on his way to use Wraiths for the one time we use Wraiths in this run, and that's to get Abyss Shriek.
Yeah.
That Abyss Shriek is our most powerful spell. With Shaman, it does 120 damage. It's a little bit difficult to use depending on what enemy you're going for. We do use it on the Hollow Knight. It's the only boss fight we use it in, but we used it extensively. The problem with it is that you have to get really close, and it's very possible to take a lot of damage using it.
Sabi going for underplat. Sorry,
Ooh,
I had to.
Let's go. Of course.
I apologize. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're fine. You're fine. The other thing with Abyss Shriek is that it's easy to not get all hits on the Hollow Knight if you don't get close enough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so there's a lot of damage tanking with the Hollow Knight. It can be quite scary. Some newer runners will resort to de-darking as opposed to using the Shriek, because you do get iframes as well when you de-dark. Nerf going into his Abyss climb. This is one of the most popular ILs, something that a lot of runners will practice and practice and practice. I'm not sure what Comsob is for.
I don't know either right now what Comsob is, but Nerf's having a really nice climb.
Yeah, that is
That's a
wow.
beautiful climb. Look it up right now. Actually.
Yeah. Nerf picking up some soul on his way out of Abyss.
Comsob for the split itself is 159.48, but that is the entire split from Shriek to THK screen.
Okay.
So it's more than just our climb.
Yeah. It was very clean. It's beautiful. So Nerf, having completed everything, having gotten all the skills required, having gotten all his spells, will be making his way to THK. He's on full health. He won't be taking a bench or anything, but...
Yeah, the only reason I could see him taking a bench is if he's concerned about infinite load, but other than that, we are automatically benched in Black Egg Temple as long as you make it into the THK fight.
Did Sabi just do underplats in Disney Village as well? Did I just see that?
Gotta go for swag.
I turned away and I looked and I thought he did, so... Okay, he did. Okay, chat confirming he did do underplat. I think he has done all the underplats then in this run. So points for swag there. Ooh, yeah, that Devout did back up and didn't get all the splash from the D-Dark, so he does need to take a couple of nail swings in order to finish it off. And does not have any extra for after he picks up Hera as well, so he might be taking right route instead of left route. Sabi saying woo in chat. Sabi, concentrate on your run, please.
It's the important things like underplat.
You get points, but just pay attention. Alright, Nerf doing his THK fight. So, as Kali was saying, you have to get really, really close to THK in order for all those ticks of damage to hit. And you will be trading a lot of damage with him.
Yeah, in most THK fights, you don't want to see these parries, but the worst attack in this particular fight is the dashes.
Yeah.
We could still hit him when he's doing his parries. Ooh, missed that entire Abyss Shriek.
Yeah, it wasn't close enough. The problem with THK is he's got a big head.
He does.
So you're going to probably get hit with his big head at some point.
Just missed the screen skip. There we go. GG's.
Very nice, though. GG to Nerf.
Cyclone to celebrate.
Padding those stats. I see how it is, Nerf. Alright, and Sabi, as Nerf is finishing up, he is going to be heading into his abyss, dealing with his siblings, getting those last two skills here.
Managing a 52 in a race is not bad at all. That's a really solid run.
Oh, you did switch over the audio. Perfect,
Yeah.
thank you. I know Sabi has been practicing his abyss climb a little bit. So hopefully we'll see another beautiful abyss climb with him as well. But first he will have to do his sibling climb. Hopefully they're not too mean. With the siblings, their spawn point is not RNG. It is fixed, but their drift is RNG. So they could... Oh, and he takes the damage to the tentacles. They could drift really meanly, and it would take a longer climb. He does take a heal there, that's fair. Very nice, though, so far. Yeah, they're not being too mean. Oh, but he does miss the platform. He does not take any damage, though, so that's fair.
Yeah, a little slower, but he's safe.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't die. Nothing's slower than dying. That was just underplat. Oh, okay. Chatting for me means that was underplat. Okay. Okay.
We got the king of underpot here after all.
Yes. Yeah, so Sabi just touches his toes into that void and then save quits out. I would expect him to try the early control as well here. I didn't hear the dream nail though.
I didn't either.
At any rate, he's heading over to Shriek as well. And then we'll be the Abyss Climb and THK. A very respectable race from Sabi as well. Besides that one death in Isma Skip, it has been a very clean run.
It's been a really solid run.
Mm. So what he will be doing is he'll be farming some soul off of the shadow creepers in this next room in order to get enough soul to do his one wraith of the run. Does choose to just kill it. I guess it's fair just so it's not in his way on his way out as well.
This cutscene always seems like it takes an eternity when you're in the run.
It does. You expect it to be over, and it's just not, and you're waiting for it and waiting for it.
It keeps not splitting. Alright. Abyss climb time.
I have to admit, this is one of my favorite parts. Yeah, it's low.
Yeah, the Abyss climb's a lot of fun to practice, too. You can get stuck practicing it for quite some time.
I have not done it yet, but I love watching it. Ooh.
Ouch. Unfortunate.
So, yeah, the Abyss climb has kind of wonky respawn points, especially because optimally you're not touching a lot of platforms. There will be a lot of pogos, background pogos, spike pogos, enemy pogos. So you're not touching platforms in order to hit that respawn a lot of the time, so you could end up very far down.
Oh, no.
Oh, he almost got one more combo there, too.
Oh, it's so
wow. Oh.
You can feel those spikes on his toes.
Yeah. Just cutting his toenails, that's all he's doing. Does go for the triple spike pogo.
Goes to the left. I don't know if he's lost there or if he's just going for safer strats.
I think he was going for safer strats at that point. I would expect him to take the Dirtmouth stag at this point. Dirtmouth is faster than taking the Black Egg bench because if you do take the Dirtmouth one, you can just C-dash your way through the Black Egg room as opposed to stopping and sitting at that bench. Would expect him to do that just because he is on 3 HP, and that's not comfy going into THK.
No. Especially with the win not being on the line now, I expect him to be a little bit safer. Assuming he's watching the race. We have seen both racers in chat, so I can only assume they're both watching.
Yeah, he is going for it. Maybe we'll see Ballerina Night. Maybe we'll see something like that. Wasabi's got to entertain the masses, of course.
This should still easily be a sub-hour run, though.
Oh, yeah. No Ballerina Nights. Well, Nerf's one in my estimation. Unless he kills Milo, then it automatically goes back to Sabi. Yeah, so Sabi just C-dashing into the room. Oh, and we are going to get the visual glitch on Sabi's part, it looks like.
Sabi glitch.
Yeah. You know, I watch him on Discord when he practices sometimes, and I never see this. Only ever see it on Twitch streams, which is very strange.
I wonder if he finds it distracting or if he's just used to it at this point.
I would assume he'd be used to it at this point. Stop going for... Yeah, he's doing a lot of dashes.
Yeah.
Not sitting still for his...
Not the best RNG.
No, Sabi is having to resort to a couple of D-darks there just to get the damage in.
Yeah, especially when he's stuck in this corner, it can be really hard to get damage in.
Yeah.
In a way, it's good because he's holding still, but if you just can't get that shriek in him...
Oh. Does not get Scream Skip.
Nice.
But very
still
nice.
A pretty good fight. Given the RNG he had, that was still a really good fight.
Oh, we're gonna have to invite Sabi to the interview, it looks like, after. Nerf saying hi to Elderbug there. Uh-oh. 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 Nerf, don't do it. Nerf, don't do it. There might be a shriek coming. I'm going to warn you right now. Nerf, don't do it. Please. I beg of you.
Send Sabi a manual invite as well.
Yeah, it looks like they're down there.
They're both in here.
Yeah, so they can come up whenever they've...
There we go.
GG.
GG's.
Guys, thanks for...
So, Sabi, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
That Horp hit. When you were on 1 HP.
Yeah, I hit the warp and then immediately regretted it, and I was like, I have to fix this. I can't just like go over there now, right? So, yeah, that was interesting. Like, I immediately, as soon as I hit it, I'm like, this is not right.
It was a nice save.
No!
I think that's the first time in like several months that I've been there on 1 HP. So like, I was just like,
muscle memory.
That muscle memory kicks in hard.
Yeah.
Oh.
That was an accident. Sorry.
Not sorry. You're breaking my heart here.
I really just forgot how to do that third skip. It wasn't. I don't think it was race nerves, because if it was nerves, I think I would have messed up a lot more than that. Which I did. I mean, it wasn't like I was playing amazingly, but like, I just think I forgot how to do the skip. I was like, dude, what? I was like, am I too high or too low? I literally never figured it out.
Oh, no.
The last time I went was a random guess, and I was like, oh, I got it. I was like,
oh no.
Nerf, that was a beautiful
was
Hornet 2 fight, by the way.
And your
Yeah, I
Abyss Climb
golded
as
the
well.
split.
Oh, nice.
Did you hold it? Nice,
Yeah, even with the bench, which is pretty funny.
Oh, you did take a bench. Okay, we
Yeah.
weren't sure.
Yeah, I benched at King Station.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, your climb was beautiful as well.
Yeah, that Abyss Climb is really
Yes. I finally got a good climb in a race. I'm very happy with that.
Wasabi, congrats on the 1 cycle D-Dark Umu. That was beautiful.
Thank you. I was.
And all the... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say that was the one thing I really wanted to do after the death. I was like, if nothing else, just let me 1 cycle Umu, please.
Yeah.
Don't give me any extra attacks. Don't give me any. Just let me 1 cycle Umu.
I know the feeling.
Yeah, Nerf got the extra attack for you, it looks
Yeah.
like.
Got a 3 cycle
I
Umu.
just want to say that people might not like the truth, but that was the pinnacle of Umu fights right there. Can't get any better than that.
Sabi with all the underplats too. You even did the distant village underplat and scared the crap out of everybody.
I actually did that to make up for the fact that I missed the dream underplat. I stopped my seat way too early. I was like, dude, what? That's nowhere even near the right platform. Whatever.
Oh, okay. It looks like we both missed it then. Yeah.
Yeah, you took a fall there, Nerf.
Yeah.
If I remember
that was
correctly.
unfortunate.
Oh yeah, I was lucky to stop my seat. It's just right above a platform, and I was like, okay, well, this is not the right place. I'll just sit here.
Is there anything else you guys were happy with your runs today?
I mean, for me, it's the end of the tournament. I guess I didn't feel like I was playing particularly well even before my death, and my splits do reflect that. But I guess the upside to this is it's nice that a 59 is like a bad run for me now. I remember when that was like, goals. But yeah, I wish I had been able to play a little better against Nerf here. But also thank you, Nerf, for getting a 52 so I don't have to feel too bad about losing. Like
You're welcome.
I wanted to try to practice up and see if I could get like a 53 or something to make this close. I ended up not really doing that. Now I just feel like I didn't really have to because it wouldn't have been close anyway.
What about you, Nerf? Was there anything that you particularly were really proud of with that run? Besides your gold Hornet too. And your
I was actually really happy with my early game. I think my cloak was actually like 0.4 behind my gold.
wow.
And my Mantis Claw was good as well. And like most of City was pretty good. So I'm really happy with that. Yeah.
Does chat have any questions as well?
Nerf, I think if it hadn't been for your Umu and then falling in Dreamplats, you probably would have been on PB pace, huh?
Oh yeah, I was going into Umu. I was, I think, I was about 30 seconds behind, and I had, I think, like 30 seconds of time save on Umu. So 1 cycle would have gotten me back in it.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. Oh well.
Right. Solid run though.
Yeah.
Really solid run.
Yeah, I'm
From
happy
both
with
of you,
it.
good races.
I think that's your best race time, right?
Yes, I think so.
Nice.
Congrats on that. And I hope you do make top 16. I think that it'd be really nice to see you up there. I don't think anyone's super clear on how that's gonna work. It's all up to like how the Smash GG site calculates it or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends on how the rest of this round turns out.
Yeah, you lost a pretty tough opponent last round, right?
Yeah,
So it
0.
yeah. Okay. If he goes like 4-1, it should account for that. I'd like to see it there. Anyway.
Well,
That'd be pretty
GG to
cool.
both of you guys.
Yeah, GG's.
Yeah, GG's.
If there's
Thank
no
you.
other questions, yeah, go ahead.
Thank you, Gidge, for co-coms.
Yeah, I was just gonna thank our commentators.
Last minute.
Well, I mean,
commentators here and yeah.
it wasn't last minute, but it was last minute. Yeah.
Then I want to say thanks to chat for all the positivity during the underplats and the 1 cycle and the there's something else they were cheering me on for, so thanks for that.
Yeah, chat's always great.
Yeah.
Special
Shout outs to
Rixie
Mila
and-
too.
Mila. Special shout outs to Rixian for always keeping times for these races. It's very
Yeah.
helpful.
Yeah, 100%.
I believe that's it for races today. I believe there is a race tomorrow.
Yeah,
At
looks
least
like
one.
Spicy and Tammy tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern on Speed Gaming 2.
Yeah,
And
so
then
there's the
nothing on
schedule in
Tuesday.
that. Yeah, it's been a pretty packed week so far for races. So
Yeah. Yeah, this weekend is going to be packed too. It'll be the last weekend of this round, so expect a lot of races coming up this weekend.
yeah. But I think that would be it.
All right, I'll go ahead and wrap it up, and we will see you all very soon. Thank you,
Okay.
everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Thank you.